What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Jesus Coin today. What a spectacular move we've had, up 130% already this week. It is Friday. We've got 3 days left in the week to go. 3 days left. And we already have more volume this week than we've had any other week in 2024. That's right. Close enough, but no cigar for all these other weeks, right? We put a line right there. You can see, right? Going all the way back, and I want to be careful here. All right, so right there, these, I have to move it down now. Right there, these weeks were higher, but right here, January, that was the first week of this year. You can see we were just below the line that we're at now. Here we're actually touching it, there we're just below it. So this is the most voluminous week we've seen all year, happening on this breakout move, undeniably a breakout move, right, from these lower highs. We have higher highs now. Breakout move by all definitions with volume and everything. I do think that we are going to do one of two things here, okay? We're either going to stop and consolidate, which is the more likely kind of thing that I'm expecting, or this bullet train is nonstop and it's going all the way up to new all-time highs before we stop at all. We'll see. What gives me hope that we could just keep moving is that we are a little bit more bullishly postured than we were last time. I don't know, though. It's kind of hard to say. No, I guess not. I guess it's not hard to say. We are more bullishly postured, right? I want to compare, if we look at the price action for what it is, I want to compare this zone to where we are now, right? For a few reasons, okay? It's right below the high. It's right below the high back here, right? It's the area you consolidated below, like right below the high before gearing up to move higher. It could make sense to do that here. If we look at it on a fib perspective from a high to a low, you stopped at the 619 area right there, 619, 618 area, pulled back to the 0.5. You were here for about 4 or 5 weeks, about a month's time. From a high to a low, right now we are at the 618, 69 area, like literally right there. We could consolidate here, pull back to the 0.5, or even a little bit lower. It's common enough to pull back to the 382 as well. So the 382.5, we could do that over the next month. That's completely possible. But the only difference being, again, you know, those are the similarities, but the difference being that last time we were not overbought. This time we are overbought. And the move last time was a lot stronger. This is a little bit, I mean, this is pretty strong still, but it's a little bit more stable, I guess. I don't know. But the fact that we're overbought gives me a little bit of hope, because generally speaking, when you get overbought, you don't get in there and then get out. You tend to progress the move. Like the most strength you get is when you're in the overbought zone. So this is actually, I think, a good sign on a weekly perspective. But other than that, I am kind of in the belief that we are going to find resistance here, okay? The weekly is the one thing that gets me excited. It makes me think that we might go up. But the daily has gone above the 90. We are down right now, but that's only because today's red. If today moves up more than 8.8%, if we close above, then the RSI is actually still going to be above the 90. But when you're above the 90, that tends to be a good time on any RSI, daily, weekly, monthly, probably to get out, start looking to layer out, right? And when I say get out, I don't mean get out permanently. I just mean, like, if you're trading, you're probably going to have a move. You'd get out and then you'd get back in. Previous areas of resistance become support, and then you move up, something like that. I'm not getting out. I'm not selling any Jesus coin. I'm not recommending anybody sell any Jesus coin, because this coin, you guys, only has a $40.5 million market cap. TA could suggest that it goes back down here. It would make sense. This is the perfect area to pull back to. Previous areas of resistance, 618, 69 zone, blah, 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 all kinds of stuff. It doesn't care. Just you wake up tomorrow and it's at new all-time highs. It'll happen. That happens, right? Dogecoin is living proof of that, right? We literally had a day where we moved up 900% last cycle. It happened in a day. And Doge by that time had already been moving up a lot too, right? Like, it's crazy stuff can happen. Dogecoin had a higher market cap last time too. This thing's got a lot less of a market cap. It would be easier to move it up, even though, again, it would make sense to find resistance in this area. I wouldn't recommend anybody does any short-term trading. I'm not a financial advisor. Who cares what my recommendations are worth, right? Not financial advice. But on a coin like this that has so much upside potential, you have so much potential to see serious gains if you just do nothing. Why trade it? Why do anything but buy more until we're at new all-time highs, where then you can start thinking about selling? So even though I'm calling for a move down, I'm not selling. I'm not telling anybody to sell. I don't think it's a good time to sell. The reason why I'm talking about a move down is I don't want anybody to freak out and panic sell when we are down, back down at 6012, 6013. We might not go that low. Perhaps this is more controlled this time. Perhaps we see something that's less than a 50%, less than a 40% drop, even though we saw two 50% and a 40% drop last time. From the low here to the high there, an expected move down would be to the 382, in my opinion, which comes in line pretty well with this closing high right here and these highs over here, right? Let's see. If I put a line right at that 382 there, come on. Closing highs and these highs over here, previous areas of resistance become support. It's very common on a powerful move like this to hold the 382. It's common enough to even hold the 236, so that's an area to consider as well. Previous areas of resistance there as well and support. From the current price, which is at 602.472, let's go from the actual high so we get the overall move down. That would mean a minimum move of 33% to potentially like 46%, 47%. That move makes more sense based off what we've seen before. 6015, around that area is probably where we're going to pull back to. That's my thoughts. But again, I'm calling for that not because I'm selling it or telling anyone to sell and then buy down here. Definitely buy. If we move down here, I'll probably buy some more Jesus coin if we move down there, right? Not probably, definitely. I know I'll buy some more because this move validates everything that we've been waiting on, guys. We're gonna move up to new all-time highs. Okay, it's coming. It just might not be right now. But again, the reason why I'm not selling, the reason why I would not advocate or recommend that anybody even thinks about selling, is that we could wake up tomorrow and be at new all-time highs. Okay, that stuff can happen. Like Dogecoin moved up on a daily basis. I was on a monthly basis. Let's go to a daily basis here. Last cycle, dramatically higher market cap too by this time. It moved up 900% in a one-day period, okay? I know it's on 2 different days, but I've analyzed, I've used this point as a reference so many times. I'm not going to prove it, but I know for a fact this pump initiated in the later half of this day, and it finished here in the early half of this day. Within a 24-hour period, it did pump 900% last cycle, okay? I promise you. 900%. If it could do that at a higher market cap, I'm just saying, Jesus coin, you never know, man. This is crypto. This is crypto, but this is Jesus coin, okay? You could genuinely see something that is absolutely astronomically mind-blowing, right? And I want to be clear where my head's at, okay? I don't think that's going to happen. I accept it as a possibility, and it terrifies me, and that's why I'm not selling a lick of my Jesus coin until it's at an area that I deem appropriate, of which, again, is all the way up here at 5011 to 5025, that area. A 900% move, by the way, would be all the way up to that 1618. If we were to have a crazy move in a 24-hour period, right, and we were to be at areas of resistance that we're expected to sell, I would sell here, right? If it doesn't take 2 days to happen, if it takes 2 months to happen, which is kind of more what I'm expecting, that's going to be the area that I expect to sell. However it looks, I do expect that we're going to find resistance in this area. I just don't think that we're going to move up there in a straight line. We could, and that's why I'm not selling. But again, my genuine expectation is that right now we're going to find some resistance. We probably move sideways. We're probably going to be staggered. The fun, exciting times are here, but they're on pause. Probably for the rest of the month of October would be my guess, and going into November. Sometime next month we'll probably start moving up again. And that's all I got. That's really all I have for this video. I feel like there were some other things that I wanted to go over that kind of validated that, but I'm drawing a blank now. And that's okay. I mean, shorter term time frames, right? Price is moving up, volume's dying off instead of building now. Got some bearish divergence on your 1 hour. You had all the reasons on your 1 hour to move up. All of them. You're in an uptrend, finding support in your overbought zone, getting in your overbought zone a bunch of times after coming out of it, and you just didn't do anything with it. You got bearish divergence. So I very much do believe that's a top. I think that that's a momentary high signal. The fact that these shorter term time frames are making it obvious that it's a top or a relative high tells me that even though these longer term time frames are very bullish right now, that this could be a momentary high here because of all of the significant things that we've talked about already in this video, like the 61869, previous areas of resistance, just all that stuff. Comparing it to the move before, what we've seen, it makes sense to me. So, and then also the daily RSI being this hot on the 90. Again, I think this is all strong. This is a sign of strength. This means we're going to continue to move up higher. But being this hot in the RSI, we probably are going to come down a little bit We'll see this thing cool off, and then whenever it's time to move up, we'll move up again, right? Get a higher low, and then progress to a higher high. I got nothing else to say. I'm running out of breath here. So if you guys like the video, hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. I really do believe that Jesus Coin is on its way, man. I think that if anybody's looking to buy Jesus Coin, this is probably a very bad time to buy it. I know that's obvious, right? I know, right? You look at the week, it's up 131% this week. Probably not a good place to buy it, right? There's some of you out there that are like, blasphemy. It's always a good time to buy Jesus Coin. And I approve of that message. But what I'm saying here is that I think if you want to buy Jesus Coin, if you want to get in on this little rally, if you're like, damn it, C-Zar, you've been talking about it this whole time. I thought you were joking. I didn't think this coin was real and that it would actually pump. Now I wish I got in on it. I didn't know you actually put in some decent money down here, man. Like you said that you were going to buy 3 different times, and I did. I bought 3 different times at these lows here. I also bought all the way back here and I didn't sell. I bought throughout here and I didn't sell, and I bought at the very top last time and I didn't sell. Right? That was one of my smaller purchases. Well, it was a decent purchase actually. I want to say that was actually a pretty decent purchase, but the largest purchases by far were definitely down here. But enough about me. What I'm trying to talk about is you. If you missed the opportunity to buy, obviously, it's not ideal now. Obviously, these ideal prices will not occur again. But if it were to do exactly what I'm expecting it to do, and that is not normally the case, right? But maybe a rough idea of what I'm expecting it to do from the current price, you might have the opportunity to buy this thing about 28% cheaper. About that, I would probably not mess around if I had none of this. If I have some, and I do, I have a decent bit, right? I'm a top 200 wallet out of almost 17,000 wallets, right? Probably more realistically like 15,000, 14,000 wallets, because not all of those wallets are holding a decent amount, right? They're holding like less than $1, but once you get to like 14, 15,000, that's when you start getting more serious amounts. Anyways, I say serious, I'm talking about like $10 or more, right? Just something that's not like a forgettable amount. I'm getting all distracted here, guys. $10 is kind of forgettable, to be fair, but what I'm trying to say here is that I wouldn't buy here. I would buy there, 27% down, maybe even 45% down from the current price. And yes, that's possible. So just be patient. It'll probably happen over the next week, over the coming weeks. You'll probably have an opportunity. It will be swift. It won't linger. So seize the opportunity as it comes, right? And I'll let you guys know every time I make a purchase. If I make a purchase, we'll see how it goes. But from there, and I very much do expect we'll see this price, okay, from here. From there, the minimum expectation by the end of the year would be a 6x. The maximum expectation by the end of the year would be about a 13, almost a 14x. It's not too late to hop on the Jesus train. It's definitely not too late to join the party, but this might not be a prime area to get in, is all I'm saying. Be patient. Just wait. I'll let you guys know when I'm going to buy. You want to join the Discord, I will leave a link in the description so you can join the Discord. I tell people on the Discord what my thoughts are, especially when things are being exciting, right? I know I'm not on the Discord all the time, but I do try to engage more whenever things are exciting and relevant, because it's just more fun, right? But I got nothing else I want to say. If you guys like the video, hit that like button. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Thank you all for being here. Jesus Coin is moving up, but not right now. We're going to take a pause for a little bit, okay? Good job this week. It's a true testament to what we're going to do. This move is real. We are breaking out. All the things are there that signal that. Just sometimes after you break out, you chill for a little bit. You consolidate, and then you continue higher. You get your bull flag going, and then you continue higher, and that's exactly what I think is going to happen. Very bullish finish to the end of the year is what I'm expecting. You can't move up 100% of that time. This is probably that small percentage of the time where we're going to consolidate, and I end it there. I'm going to stop talking. Bye-bye.